What does it mean to fix the nitrogen? Is it broken? What does that mean to fix it? Josh?
Have to use directly.
So you have to
Fix it.
fix it so that it
Can be used.
can be used. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. You're going to need a clicker. Okay, so I think, whoopsie, I didn't mean to do that. Oh well, I don't think that'll give it away. Nitrogen is required for cells to make what? By the way, this is page 66 in your book. I'm going to get mine here. What do we need nitrogen for? Is it to make oxygen? Is it to make carbon dioxide? Is it to make proteins? Or is it to make carbohydrates? All of those seem like good answers to me. What page, Josh? Page 66. Dion, do you have a textbook with you? Did I not give you guys these? Keep them up. I must have missed you. Sorry, did I give you this? I apologize. There you go. You got a pencil today, Dion? Yeah. Would you like to get it out for me, please? I would like you to. I'd like you to learn about the nitrogen cycle today. I don't want to teach you the nitrogen cycle again next year. Do you want to learn about the nitrogen cycle again next year? First sentence, life depends on the cycling of nitrogen. Nitrogen atoms are required so that cells can make... I'm waiting on 3 people. I'm waiting on Rowan and Alyssa. And is there a spot to fill it in? Well, I guess you could circle it on your sheet, right? So why do we need nitrogen? Second sentence there, Alyssa. Yeah, correct answer is, who got it wrong? Proteins. Anyone want to guess what this is here? It's not ribbon for wrapping up Christmas present. It's an amino acid, which is the basis of a protein. You can learn about that in biology. I'm going to read a little bit from the book. Nitrogen is also required for the synthesis of deoxyribonucleic acid. Can you say that real fast, Mark? Deoxyribonucleic acid, also known as DNA. You guys know what DNA is? Right? It's your genetic makeup. Deoxyribonucleic acid. The hereditary material found in all living things. The movement of nitrogen through ecosystems to surround the atmosphere is called the nitrogen cycle. I think that's in red because you have to fill it in. The movement of nitrogen through the ecosystem, soil, and atmosphere is called the nitrogen cycle. Now I have to warn you ahead of time. The nitrogen cycle is a whole lot more complex than the carbon cycle. It's a good thing I didn't tell you to do or ask you to put the nitrogen cycle in your ecosystem, because it would be really hard. Am I right? It's pretty hard. Yeah, can't tell. Yeah. Come on, Mike. So we got atmospheric nitrogen, atmospheric fixation, industrial fixation, biological fixation, plant and animal waste, poop, protein, denitrification. Oh, it looks real complicated. I'm going to try and make it a little bit simpler for you, as best I can. 79% of what you breathe in. Everybody take a deep breath. You just breathed in 79% nitrogen. Can you taste it? No. Can you smell it? Tastes like Advil.
Tastes like popcorn, right?
Yeah, depends on what you had for lunch, I'm guessing is what it tastes like. When you consider that nitrogen gas N2 composes nearly 79% of the Earth's atmosphere, you would think that access to nitrogen would not be a problem for organisms. No problem, lots of nitrogen out there. Unfortunately, it's not the case. Nitrogen gas is a very stable molecule and reacts only under limited conditions. To be useful to organisms, nitrogen must be supplied in another form, the nitrate ion, NO3. We need it as an ion. Do you guys know what an ion is yet? Maybe not, eh? From grade 9? Yeah. So my question to you, Braden Patterson, is, come on, where's my question? Oh. My question to you is, why is most of the nitrogen in the atmosphere unusable? Is it because it's poisonous? Is it because it needs oxygen to combine? Is it because humans use it at an incredible rate? Or is it because it's very stable and does not react? The process of converting nitrogen to nitrates, is that called nitrogen fixation, nitro-converting, nitrification, or is it called Bob? And I made up at least one of those answers. The nitrates dissolve in water and enter the soil, eventually moving into what? Does the nitrates move into plants? Does it move into animals, humans, or the oceans? Making protein, that's what the plants use the nitrogen for. The second one, nitrogen fixation by bacteria. Some bacteria are capable of fixing nitrogen. These bacteria provide the vast majority of nitrates found in ecosystems. They are found mostly in soil. Nitrogen-fixing bacteria can also be found in small lumps called nodules on the roots of legumes such as clover, soybean, peas, and alfalfa. So, the bacteria in the soil produce nitrates in the soil. They're found on the roots of legumes like clover, soybeans, peas, alfalfa. Let me just make that a little bit more like that. Farmers include their legumes in crop rotation to add nitrogen to their fields. So, when a farmer grows soybeans, Haley, soybeans at your farm, you know? No? No? Alfalfa? No? Used to? They might do that to what do they mean by crop rotation? Changing what you grow. Why do they do that? Why do they grow like wheat one year and soybeans the next year and something else? Keeps the soil healthy, keeps it fresh, right? Adds nitrogen. They don't have to add the artificial fertilizer. Okay, this question's an easy one. It's true and false. I'm hoping you probably know the answer already. As soon as I hit start, you should get it. Bacteria provide the vast majority of nitrates found in ecosystems. Is that true or is that false? Bacteria provide the vast majority of nitrates found in ecosystems. That's true. It's important. The bacteria provide the plant with a built-in supply of usable nitrogen, which the plant supplies the nitrogen-fixing bacteria with the surrogate they need to make the nitrates. The plant-bacteria combination usually makes much more nitrogen than the plant or bacteria need. The excess moves into the soil, providing source for nitrogen for other plants. The traditional agricultural practices, including legumes in a crop rotation and mixed planting, capitalize on a bacterial nitrogen fixation. So it's good for farmers. Great, I need to put that away. What are you searching? You're searching up ammonia. Let me see the history, and I can pretty much solve that right away, right? Oh, you don't want me to look at the history? Okay. Okay. Just check it. Just check, because I do know how to check the history. What about nitrogen and decomposers? Give me an example of a decomposer, Brian.
A goat.
A goat? A goat? Does a goat count as a decomposer? I don't think so. Yeah, well, in your ecosystem, maybe so. Things like worms and maggots and stuff like that, right? Nitrogen and decomposers. All organisms produce waste, poop, and eventually die. When they do, a series of decomposers break down the nitrogen-containing chemicals in the waste or body into simpler chemicals such as ammonia. Other bacteria convert ammonia into nitrates, still others convert the nitrites into nitrates. These bacteria all require oxygen to function. The nitrates then continue the cycle when they are absorbed by plant roots and converted into cell proteins and DNA. Farmers and gardeners who use manure and other decaying matter take advantage of the nitrogen cycle. So bacteria convert the decomposing protein in the manure into nitrates. Eventually the nitrates are absorbed by the plants. Have you ever seen a farmer spreading manure on his field?
No.
I saw it once. It was not a pretty sight. I was visiting a friend of mine down in Souris, and there was holy moly, it was basically this truck, and it's got these robot arms, and it's basically flinging manure onto the field as you drive by. And hold it, it stinks.
Mr. Brown,
Wow.
at least you didn't have to do that to do that.
You had to shovel manure?
Yes.
Yeah?
Not fun.
No. Study hard in school, Brian, so you don't have to shovel manure. You can hire someone to shovel your manure for you.
I'll just get my dad to do it.
Yeah? Decomposers can break down complex chemicals containing nitrogen into what? Which is a simple chemical. So they put the manure on, the decomposer breaks down the complex chemical, i.e. manure, and converts it into? What is it? Dion, I need you to pick up the clicker, please. Correct answer? A, ammonia. NH3, ammonia. Right? Now, what's the word denitrification mean? You think that's the opposite of nitrification? Denitrification. At various stages in the decay process, denitrifying bacteria can break down nitrates into nitrites, and then nitrites into nitrogen gas. Eventually, the nitrogen gas is released back into the atmosphere. This process, called denitrification, is carried out by bacteria that do not require oxygen. Denitrification ensures the balance among soil nitrates, nitrites, and atmospheric nitrogen, and completes the nitrogen cycle. So it's sort of the other side of the nitrogen cycle. It's kind of confusing. Oh yeah, I got to go back a little bit here, it looks like. Oh, well, you're going to get this one, aren't you? Gardeners use what? And soil bacteria convert them into nitrates. Hopefully you get this one. Coffee grounds?
Oh, yeah.
Does anyone put coffee grounds? Does anyone put coffee grounds like in a compost or someplace? You have compost at home, Karen? They say it's good. What? Just keep it away. You're good. I'll let you know when you need it out again. Not now. I'll let you know. Got an answer to this, Sharon?
Yeah.
Dion, pick up your clicker. Come on, man. We're here to learn about the nitrogen cycle. Got an answer, Rowan? Maybe you got the wrong electronic device in your hand, Rowan. Am I guessing right, Mark? You don't know? Oh, yeah. Trust me, I can tell. It's not coffee grounds, you guys. It's manure. Gardeners use manure. Okay, and then the soil bacteria convert that into nitrates. So here it is here. Denitrification is the opposite of nitrogen fixation, where nitrates are converted to nitrites, which are then converted to nitrogen gas, which then goes into the atmosphere to make up that 79%. Older lawns. If you live in an older part of town, you might have clovers in your lawn. Anybody got clover in their lawn? Search for 4-leaf clover at some point in time? We had a patch of lawn in front of our house on our boulevard that had a bunch of clover, and many of you know my son John. He went out there looking one time. Guess how many 4-leaf clovers he found?
7.
Yeah.
I would expect people to say 0. He came back with like 11 of them. And they were actual 4-leaf clovers, some sort of genetic mutant clover or something or other. Because like they're very hard to find. He came in with 11. Can you believe it? Only get converted to a lottery win. Older lawns, they have lots of denitrifying bacteria, and you often find clover in older lawns. Aeration helps to improve oxygen. What do you do when you aerate your lawn? What does that mean? Okay? Cutting it? No. Aerating. Anybody know? Sometimes the green lawn dudes, the lawn care company comes by and helps you.
Spray.
So that is looking it up for us.
Spray.
Or you're not.
Spray.
No, not spray. What does aeration mean? Okay, go ahead, look it up. Aeration, right there. Aeration. What does aeration mean? Yeah, you're circulating air into the lawn. Basically means making holes. When they aerate the greens at the golf course, they go around with this little device and they poke holes into the greens and it lets air and oxygen get into there and it avoids this denitrification. Okay, because it produces that clover. It's not good for the lawns. Okay, the grass doesn't tend to grow very well. Okay, I'm just going to read this one paragraph here. Older lawns often may denitrifying bacteria. The fact that denitrifying bacteria grow best where there's no oxygen may help explain why gardeners often aerate their lawns in early spring. By exposing the denitrifying bacteria to oxygen, the breakdown of nitrates into nitrogen gas is reduced. Nitrates will then remain in the soil where they can be drawn in by grass roots and used by protein. So it's better for your soil to have oxygen pumped in there, and then the denitrification process stops. Nitrogen is not released, and the nitrogen can stay in the lawn, making your grass nicer, which is why they wanted to go. We're going to skip the phosphorus cycle. Well, I'm going to show you this here first. Okay, so this is kind of confusing here. I'm just going to go through this here. So there's nitrogen in the atmosphere. You guys just have to watch up here because it's not on your sheet. Brian, I need you to watch up here. Device down, please. Okay, so nitrogen in the atmosphere can be fixated and end up into the soil. Nitrification, we'll put it into the soil here as well, or into water. It can end up here, decomposers, NH4, ammonia, NO2 is a type of nitrate. Oh, I'm just going too fast for me here. Can't keep up. It's a really confusing, it's a really complex cycle. What you really need to know is that nitrogen is important. We can't just use what's in the atmosphere. We have to fix it. We have to get into that nitrate format, that NO3, and then the plants can use it as proteins. That's the big idea. I might write that down for you. We're getting close to done here. Variations in nutrient cycling. What are chemicals essential to living things? Are they minerals, nutrients, soils, or water? Dion, help us out here. What are variations in, what are chemicals essential to living things? Is it minerals, nutrients, soils, or water? Go ahead, punch it in. Yeah, I think you're just guessing. Okay?
I just hit enter.
Yeah? What are chemicals essential to living things? Minerals, nutrients, soils, or water? No, we skipped it. Brooklyn? Got it? Alyssa? Tiana? Awesome. What's the correct answer? Is it you guys that got it right? B, nutrients, not minerals. Nutrients. Nitrogen is a nutrient. Nitrates and phosphates are both nutrients. Nutrients are chemicals that are essential to living things. The rate with which nutrients cycle through an ecosystem is linked to the rate of decomposition. In other words, how fast do they break down? Organic matter decomposes relatively quickly in the tropical rainforests. Oh, did I just give away an answer? I might have. Is that true? Decomposing occurs fast in more moist areas? Well, I might have given away an answer. If you were listening, you would have got it.
If I'm wrong, I wasn't listening.
You should listen, Brian.
Sorry, I'm tired.
Yeah? Rough night?
No.
Were you out running the maze last night, avoiding the creepers? What's it called?
I was in the woods and that would be fun.
Coming this weekend, right, Josh? Sorry, Dion, the correct answer is true. Decomposing occurs fast in warm, moist areas like rainforest, slower in cool, dry areas like tundra. So, what does that mean? It means in rainforests, break this in, you guys. The nitrogen cycle is fast, and in areas like the tundra, the nitrogen cycle is slow. Can you get a job doing what? Fixating nitrogen? Hey Jake, how's it going? Did you watch Rape? No? We're just finishing up here, Jake. Warm, moist soil, the vast number of diverse and specialized decomposers permit a cycle to be complete in as little as a few months. Cycling in cooler forests takes an average of between 4 and 6 years. In the even cooler tundra, nutrient cycling takes up to 50 years. In the oxygen-poor environment of most lakes, cycling may even take even longer. Temperature and oxygen levels are the two most important abiotic factors regulating decomposition. Other factors such as soil chemistry and the frequency of fire also affect decomposition and cycling. When there's a big forest fire, what generally happens? And don't just tell me that the trees die. Trees burn, turn to ash, and where does the carbon that was once part of the trees go? Right into the soil, some into the air as carbon dioxide, you're right. But a lot of the nitrogen as well goes in, and quite often after a forest fire, you'll see the forest come back really quick. Lots of nutrients in the soil.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you happy to